Alibaba had them folded thieves. It's just a Roddy had 1,000 tales. Master, you're in luck, 'cause up your sleeve you got a brand of magic never fails. You got power in your corner now. You have ammunition in your camp. You have punch, pizzazz, kaboom, and power. All you gotta do is rub that lamp, and I'll say, Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? Gonna take your order, jot it down. You ain't never had a friend like me. Hello, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Cote. Welcome to Entertainment Life. Today we're talking about Aladdin, the musical. This, of course, is based off of the movie Aladdin from the 1990s, about a thief who falls in love with a princess and with the help of his friends wins her over, and in the process discovers who he is. That's really what this is all about. It's about discovering who you are. Aladdin does, and Jasmine tries to and eventually succeeds in establishing who she is to everybody who can hear, because nobody seems to believe her and keeps labeling her, and they also keep labeling Aladdin. And that's really what brings them together and what's going to make us love this musical, and what made me love the movie. The musical was a lot of fun, especially the first act. The first act was incredible. It had brand new songs that intermingled with the old songs and worked really nicely. A couple of them had some really nice moments. It was great to see, people dancing in the bazaar, and one of my favorite moments, probably one of my favorite moments in the whole musical, but definitely in Act 1, was when they did a new song called Diamond in the Rough, where Jafar was trying to coax Aladdin into helping him out. And what was great about that was that in the middle of the song, Jafar and Aladdin did the tango. I never thought I'd see that in my entire life. I really didn't. And it was just so funny. I'm like, if the rest of this place sucks, I have this one moment. The rest of it didn't suck completely, although Act 2 had a lot of problems. But I'll get to that later. What really made this play work and happen and kind of pop out were the characters themselves. I really liked all of them. There wasn't a character I particularly hated at all. Varying degrees of liking, though. I liked the Sultan. He wasn't the idiot like in the original movie, but I liked that, because I liked he was just this guy who was, trying to do what he felt was best for his daughter and couldn't because she was kind of out of control in his opinion. Especially for that time period. And then we had Iago. I loved Iago. Iago was definitely top-notch. It was like I was watching Gilbert Gottfried up there, except the guy was shorter. And he wasn't a parrot, which was fine by me. He didn't have to be a parrot. In the movie, he just happened to be one. A lot of purists might hate that. They might be like, but he's not a parrot. What the hell's going on here? I'm just like, whatever. He's still wacky. He's still the same kind of angry guy and conniving guy that we know. So it doesn't really matter whether he's parrot or guy. Still the same guy. I also loved Aladdin. I felt the actor who played him was very spot on with Aladdin. I really don't think anybody else could have played him. It was nice to see this kind of nice guy who wants to turn over a new leaf and nobody believes that he can do it. Jasmine was very different. I don't really remember the movie all that much, so I don't remember how forceful Jasmine was as a female role model. But from this musical, what I could tell was she's the best role model Disney's ever made. And the reason is because she doesn't want the money that her father has for her. She doesn't want, some guy to come rescue her from some life that she has. She wants an equal partner, somebody she can talk to and have adventures with and just connect with, and who'll understand her the way that nobody else seems to understand her. And I think that's really what we all want, right? I know that's what I want. I'm not sure about the rest of you out there, but it's really what I want. And I think that she's definitely the best female role model Disney has. I know I just said that, but I just feels it needs to be repeated. It just does. And my two favorite characters, I'm going to talk about one of them and then about the other. were Jafar and Genie. Now, Jafar was done by the original voice actor, and I was like, oh my god, he's going to be incredible. And he was. He fulfilled all my expectations of him. He really did. His name is Jonathan Freeman, and man still got it. That's all I can say. He still got it. Nothing about Jafar has changed, except that I'm kind of into loving villains, and I never was as a little kid. So that's why I loved him. But the best character out of all of them was Genie. And the actor, James Monroe Englehart, just took this character and just went with him. Everything he said, everything he did was amazingly funny. It kind of overshadowed all the other characters. Because he was there. And he was really what made it fun and made me love this musical so much. Now, to be honest, this musical did have its problems. You know, like I said earlier, Act 1 was much, much better than Act 2. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I talk about that, I do want to talk about a couple of new characters that popped up, who I liked also. The new characters were 3 friends of Aladdin who were kind of labeling him. The first one was a guy named Babcat who was obsessed with food. The second was Omar. He was kind of a geek. And the third one was Kasim. He thought he was God's gift to women, pretty much. That was who he was. You know, the Adonis type of a guy, like, oh, women love me, and the reason these women ignore me is because they just can't stand my glory. I'm like, yeah. And, you know, they're part of the reason why Aladdin gets labeled, because they don't think he can get past the thief idea and actually be a good person. It's like, this is who you are. You're not going to change that. Now I'm going to talk about what made this work and what made this not work. You know, the new friends definitely made it work. I was kind of sad to see Abu go, but, you know, it kind of makes Aladdin a normal person, not just some loser who's hanging out with a monkey. I mean, that's really what he was in the movie. He was a loser who hung out with a monkey. I'm like, okay. It's kind of sad and pathetic. Alright, so that's one of the things that made it work. There were other moments in the musical that made it work. Act 2, like I said, was where most of the problems started. One problem that they had, well, it was one of the problems I had with it, was that during the whole New World sequence, they really didn't do much with it. They just had Jasmine and Aladdin flying on a carpet through outer space for like 4 minutes, or however long the song was, and I was like, huh. I don't know. Like, I'm not getting pulled into this. It's just the two of them flying around the stage on a carpet. I mean, what the hell's that? At least have them go past more countries or people or something. Or do what they did in Lion King and have actors come out with, like, you know, stars or different types of animals and things or something like that to make it pop out more. The main problem I had with it was the end. The end was the biggest problem. And the reason the end was the biggest problem is because they cut out some very good scenes for logistical purposes. Like, Aladdin never gets banished anywhere, which disappointed me. There was no magic fight, so Jasmine didn't get stuck in an hourglass, and Jafar didn't become a giant snake. I mean, those were the things I was looking forward to. And the banishment kind of needed to happen because that was how Genie and Aladdin made up. But without it, it's kind of like, wait, why are you two making up? He totally screwed you. And what they did to replace it is they had a wedding scene where Jafar made all his wishes. So he kept changing into all the different things he wished for. And then we were done. And I was like, Excuse me? Like, what was that? You didn't move that in a nice progression, and now we're over? How is this over? I was very, so, usually I'd be like, okay, this was horrible, this was tragic, oh my god, this is the worst play ever. But the thing was, it was so much fun in Act 1, and the characters were so good up until that point, that I can't say that. Is it the best musical ever? No. Was the movie a little better? Yes. But it's still fun. I recommend you go, even if you just go for Act 1 and then leave. So, that's really all I have to say. Bye, everyone.